Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's really every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just want to be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you gon' get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the sign that's in front of you? That's in the rough from up under you. Shit is gon' fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. This truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother. Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Hey, my brother. Get your hands up, it's a war now. Take a good look at this world. It's time to go hard, don't be scared now. I know you're feeling the stress. Look on your face, yeah, and I need some help. But we made it happen with less. You and my blood, I feel what you felt. Destruction in every corner. Every day I feel like a loner. Keeping the faith, that is my armor. This is a test, but nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of truth when you hear it. Don't compromise your spirit. Don't be trying to live like these white folks. Don't be trying to chill with these white folks. Brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the shit that I stand for. If you keep the law and live it, now you a nigga I'll stand for. Got no time for that fake shit. That shit I can't stand, bro. Still believe in that flag. So what the hell do you stand for? Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. To rise no more. Falling to rise no more.
All right,
What's going on?
Wow, sir. Wow.
All right. What we have for them today?
Yeah, man. So we have some interesting story for them today, sir. But first,
as usual.
Yeah, man. Again, this is the Breakdown Podcast where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel. You understand? Here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, you know what I mean? North, Central, and South America. You understand? Yeah, man. We break down the strongholds. You understand? The things that hold back with people like Christianity, Rastafari, Islam, and all them things. You know? Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. We can't forget Trinidad. You understand? Because Trinidad coming like a Jamaica same way, you know. See?
That's right.
Trinidad coming like Jamaica. Yeah, kind of one cancer.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
The whole Caribbean, like, trust me.
Right.
We all have one common enemy. I mean, and it ain't the brother next door to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Kind of one cancer.
All right. So where you want to start?
Go ahead. You want to start with the USAID situation? You know what I mean? Just to clear
we can start
up.
there. We can start there. Definitely, we can start there.
Kind of one answer.
That's your first video? Yeah, I think so.
Let me check.
Yeah. It's your first one.
Yeah, kind of one concert.
Yeah. Let me get it on the screen for you now. Because you know how that all these people are, how the oppressor is. Are you seeing it there?
Kind of one concert.
Right.
On a gas station in Afghanistan that had no customers. Still less, though, than what Biden paid for a charging station here. $1.5 million to promote gays, lesbians, and trans in Jamaica. Jamaican me crazy. $4 million for trans Serbians. $5.5 million for gay rights in Uganda. Over $6 million for men who have sex with men in South Africa. That's just how it was described.
Sir, you can turn it up on your end.
In Vietnam.
The volume.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. But hold on, let me see. Oh, my bad.
$25 million to promote green transportation and $3 million on a gas station in Afghanistan that had no customers. Still less, though, than what Biden paid for a charging station here. $1.5 million to promote gays, lesbians, and trans in Jamaica. Jamaican me crazy. $4 million for trans Serbians. $5.5 million for gay rights in Uganda. Over $6 million for men who have sex with men in South Africa. That's just how it was described. $17 million to promote inclusion in Vietnam. It's just probably another way of saying it went to trans. We carpet bombed them and then we paid them to cross-dress. $25 million to promote green transportation in Georgia, not the state, the country. And it's not like we took the money and bought them electric cars. We just paid a shady agency to put up a billboard that says, buy electric.
That ain't enough for the propaganda. You know what I mean? We go zone in on, you know what I mean? They could deal with the rest. Them other European countries could deal with the rest.
Making me crazy. Jamaican gays, lesbians, and trans in Jamaica than what Biden paid for a charging station here. $1.5 million to promote.
So it's $1.5 million, right? To promote what?
Transgender and LGBT.
Right. I don't think they needed that amount of money there.
Right.
That is being pushed since in the days of Bob Marley. Right? And that's one of the stories we're gonna get to, right? And Bob Marley's party. You remember what broke up the band? Because remember it was Bob Marley and the Wailers, right? But before that, there was a band.
Right.
I think it became Bob Marley and the Wailers. That's after they came back together. Right? And I think the band split because they wanted them men to go play in America, but they wanted to go and have them play in front of an LGBTQ crowd.
Okay, one concert. I heard that story.
Right?
One concert.
Bob Marley did it.
Right.
The rest of the band was like, no. So this been pushing on the island. It's been pushing. So, but why it coming up now? Why coming up now? What make if it could get the interview that Shabba Ranks did? Remember the interview that Shabba Ranks did?
One concert.
Shabba Ranks lost. You understand? Lost his what you call that, babe? His status, I should say.
God.
Right? Because of that interview he did. After that, it was downhill from Shabba Ranks. Right? And don't talk about that song. That song, what's his name? Buju Banton was singing. Boom Bye Bye.
Bye Bye.
Right? He had to sign a contract after he come out of jail saying he was not going to perform that song ever. Yeah, play that.
Right.
What year this was?
That
This
one
was
gone.
what, in the 80s or the 90s?
Well, yeah, in the 90s, sir.
You understand? And now you're coming out and telling us that you've been pushing that. Nah, there's another agenda they have. There's an agenda. And the oppressor, he always likes to, you know what I mean, push an agenda. Right? Play that.
What did you think of that case? Well, most definitely right now, I'm more to Jamaican. Side here, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion. Like, he's got freedom of speech, but his freedom of speech is saying go and shoot people. So that's wrong. Well, most definitely right now, from a far-fit the law of God Almighty, you deserve crucifixion.
All right, sir. That was that I did on it, so it didn't. Hold on. I think there's more slack here.
Yeah. But you see what I'm talking
about? Most definitely. The Bible. I live by the concept of the Bible, which is the righteousness of every human being. And the Bible stated that man should multiply. The multiplication is done by a man. That's absolute crap. And
career, you know what I mean, was totally on the decline after that.
Yeah, he was on the decline after that. So they've been trying to push that on the island long before. Like the island done, you know what I mean, don't have a ton of them on it. So why are you coming and telling us now that they've been, there's a what's this, 1.5 million? You understand? Yeah. He caused a problem, and guess what? He caused the problem, but he doesn't want to do what with the problem? What he doesn't like to do with the problem? He don't want to be the one.
You don't like to fix it.
Yeah, you like to fix it. If you'll just leave us alone, if you'll just leave us alone, I think we'll be able to deal with it.
Right.
If you had just leave Shabaranks alone and Bourgeois and them alone, I think we know how to fix it. Right? We don't know how to fix it. But you don't want to leave us alone. You want to constantly be pushing this on us. And guess what? Now, because of all that LGBT or that lifestyle we living on the island, what comes with that lifestyle?
A lot of AIDS, a lot of, you know what I mean? HIV. And
yes.
God.
Let me pull the article up here. And this is from the Gleaner. This is from the Jamaican papers. Right? I'm gonna put it up on the screen and you could read it on your side.
One concert.
All right. All right. Go ahead.
Got one gun. This says USAID relief. 11th hour limited waiver of layoff of US staff amid USAID shuttering. Other aid programs still in limbo. PM to address development as government declare we have to be independent.
You understand?
An 11th hour limit waiver from the US.
I hope we understand what's taking place here. And this ain't no different than a dealer, right? A dealer coming in and getting it what? Hooked on his product. So guess what? You start depending on that dealer. You start depending on him. And then he just do what? He just yank the plug on you. What's going to happen? Now you'll come willing to do what? Anything. Anything. Or your dealer just want to see chaos. So now you too weak to do what?
Gun.
You too weak to even try to do what? Fight. And when I say fight, meaning you too weak to be independent. You're too weak. Now you're thinking about being independent. Now. You understand? Now you're thinking about being independent. When you should have been thinking about being independent long time ago. But the oppressor will never let you be independent.
Right.
You will always have to depend on him, or else your island will be in chaos. You always have to depend on him. You think Jamaica could just up and say, you know what, we're gonna join with Putin? We're gonna bow down to Putin now? We're gonna bow down to the Chinese now? That ain't happening. Your oppressor knows it's not gonna happen, man. He's playing. You understand? He is playing a chess game with you. You understand? That type of lifestyle always been pushed on the island, with money, without money.
Right.
You all have cable, right? I sure if you live around the time when the island only had 2 channels. How many channels you all had before the American cable come? You had your national television, right? And maybe some other channel.
Just 2. You had JBC and CBM.
Yes. And then Trinidad only had 2. And I showed the other islands just had 2 channels on it too.
Yes, sir. The internet seemed like it act up a bit. Okay.
Yeah, just close down some of your page. If you want me to play anything, you just put it up on me. For me, I'll put it up. The island, you know what I mean?
So say that again.
I said the island started changing when the cable, that whole network, that whole television network, that whole Hollywood started to come on the island. You start to see a change. Then you start to see things gradually on the TV where you will see shows, right? Where they'll start pushing that whole agenda. On the island, brother, and I never see 2 men holding hands.
Right.
You understand? Now you might see it once in a while. And when I say holding hand, meaning you will never think these 2 men in a relationship, but now you're starting to see it more. Why? Because of that gradualization. And now you're talking about, the pushing money. They're pushing money to promote that lifestyle on the island. It been on the island. What you talking about? Now, let's see what the papers had to say. Let's see. Because don't expect the American news to give you the truth. That's the American media. The American media is known for lying to its people. It's known. It's known. Look at the war that just was with the Israelis and the and Hamas. Everything on the news was for the Israelis, where you will think that they are the victims. You will think that they are the victims. You think that their people were the ones that were perishing. You would think that because of the news, because of the media.
Right.
You forget about the Caribbean. All of a sudden, you remember the Caribbean now. You remember Jamaica now. Jamaica been suffering. Where's the dollar? Where's the exchange? 122 Jamaican TT to 1 US. We've been at war. We've been in an economic war. The Caribbean been in an economic war with the so-called oppressor.
Salakia, the US dollar. Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Salakia, sir. There's a delay. There's a strong delay because of the internet. No, Salakia, I said that like about 20 seconds ago. There's a strong delay, sir. Salakia.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right, Salakia, sir. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump out There's a terrible delay, sir.
Okay.
Jump on, jump back in, sir. 1 second.
Okay. So you'll give us a few, right? He gonna jump back in. Right? We gonna play some. I'm gonna play give me a One West tune. We give him some time to come back on. Right? Because I mean, this you need to hear. This you need to hear. Because we've been dependent on the oppressor media for too long. For too long in this place, man. And we've been lied to. All right. So hold on. So as soon as he come back in, we'll come back in. We'll take a small break.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
Sir, you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, man. So lucky about that, sir.
Nah, you good. You good. I know exactly what's taking place, sir. How it been? I mean, we trying to get we voice out there, but it's a fight.
Right.
I mean, but they don't know that the hands got fight with the Lord. You know what I mean? We're trying to get this truth out there to blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. You know what I mean? And whatever means we have. Because guess what? You depend on the American media, and black people could be doing what? They're going to be fighting each other. Hispanic going to be fighting each other. Why would he come and say this about the aid? So now, guess what? Jamaicans going to be thinking, well, where all our aid? When guess what? That lifestyle brings a certain consequence with it. It brings it. And they know it.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
In other words, what Kappa say, them use this as an excuse for pull the humanitarian aid where them really never want to get to Jamaica.
That's it.
Because you know Jamaica is a country where burn out certain things, they might use that as the mind game now for say, look, you know what I mean? Slakia, what go on, sir?
No, that's me.
Okay. Them use it as a mind game for say, for make Jamaicans agree with the pulling of the aid. For now, look on our leaders them and say, of course our leaders are corrupt leaders, you know. You know what I mean? We not defend our leaders. But they make it seem as if our leaders have been accepting the aid for this purpose, when in reality, the oppressor, Donald Trump and his team, the Nazis that they are, them really just don't want to give aid to Jamaica anymore. You understand? Because in their mind, they have been helping these niggas, you understand? Which is really God's chosen people. You understand? But they don't like us, so them not really feel like them should have give we no money. You understand? Them want we suffer. So this is them excuse to pull back the aid.
That's it. That's it. That is what you have to see. This is their excuse to pull that aid from you. Right? That aid that will go to people with HIV or whatever, you know what I mean, sexually transmitted, whatever infectious disease that you know, people was getting. You know what I mean? Jamaica is a poor country. Where they gonna get, you know what I mean, all that from?
Right.
Where they gonna get it from? Where they gonna get the money from? They've been going to the IMF, and the IMF been, you know what I mean, you in debt to the point where your money is not worth nothing.
Worthless.
With nothing.
Right.
Now you telling me he gonna pull it? This is a war on black people, and it's always been a war on black people, but we don't see it. We never seen it. We think is we have to fight each other because of the oppression. The more they oppress us, the more we try to rob and steal and harm one another.
Right.
You understand?
Got one cancer.
More and more they do it. So now they pull this aid from you. So guess what? There's gonna be a lot of sick Jamaicans walking around on the island.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sick now, there's more sick people gonna be walking around on the island. And guess what? You'll start blaming the government, not knowing your government being squeezed by the oppressor. And the government will not come out and tell you they're being squeezed by the oppressor. Why? Because they don't want to be poor. That's as far as I can see it, they don't want to be poor. You think your prime minister know what the hell going on? You think he do have a line and somebody talking to him, a handler, telling him, yo, such and such is the case. We're going to do this. We're going to pull this from you. Start putting things in place. Now you want to get independent? Just imagine you're living on an island. An island that have, land, fertile soil. And they ain't farmers. Why farmers suffering? Because somebody oppressing your island.
Right.
Somebody telling you, don't buy from your farmers. I will sell you something at a reduced price. Buy it from us. I will give you the money to buy it from me. But you can't buy from them farmers. And guess what? Before you know it, your island gonna be poor. And that's Jamaica for over the years. And you wondering why your island poor is because of men like these you're listening to. Because of Donald Trump, because of them American presidents, because of the oppressor. That's why your island is in the condition it is. Right? Give me the book of Psalms.
And Salakia, if I may, sir.
Notice
the timing. It's just when, this oppressor is starting to, oppress our Hispanic brothers. You understand? Yeah. It's the same time he decide him to pull the aid. And nobody is talking about the fact that aid is no longer coming to Jamaica. They're not talking about that, Which, proves your point, Cap. It proves your point. This was a distraction. Because no, we here in Jamaica, we're not even talk about, say, the US is no longer giving aid to Jamaica. You know what we are talking about? We are talking about our government was taking money to promote LGBT. That's the mind game of the oppressor. So in basically sidestep the point. The point is we now get no more aid. And then it will show in the future, the lack of aid will really show, sir. So that, like what you said.
And it's really a war on us. Because no, guess what? No, guess what? Is running rampant on the island now. That is your population going down. Your population going down. No, before you know it, you at you nigh on to getting extinct if you don't leave the island. The island will be full of disease. And it's gonna come, all it's gonna come from him, from the oppressor.
Right.
That's why we're telling black people on the island, Hispanic people on the island, and not just Jamaica, on all the islands. If you think it ain't reached the island as yet, it's coming.
Right.
It's coming. It's coming. Trust me, they are coming for your island. They want the whole entire earth to be theirs. Give me Job 9:24 before you go to that. Give me Job 9:24. Right?
One cancer. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The what?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
You understand? Nothing good is going to come from these people. I know some of us have, some good white friends, some good Caucasian friends. They're not all bad. You should ask yourself, were all your forefathers bad on the boats when they was bringing them in here? Did they say, well, Mr. What's our known Jamaican name?
Mr. Smith.
Yeah, Mr. Smith.
Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. You are good. You are good black man. You ain't going on the boat in chain. You're not going. But these wicked Negroes right here, I'm gonna put them on the boat and I'm gonna take them to Jamaica. That never happened. All of a sudden, you want to talk about, well, there's not all bad Caucasian, not bad oppressors. Well, they need to come out and speak against their people. Just like we on here speaking against their people, there should be more of them on the internet, flooding the internet, telling their people they are racist for what they're doing to us.
Right.
They should have their people coming on and doing it. They gain all the education, they gain all the money. They should be on here doing it. Some of your good friends. Tell me what your good white friends doing. Or just coming by for a drink. You're just going to the bar for a drink and they're good. Nah. I'm gonna need to see more action than that. I'm gonna need to see a little more than that. Come on.
Yes. Where are the tourists that come to Jamaica and speak out against the racism of America? You understand? That comes to Jamaica and say, you know what I mean? Who loves to come to Jamaica to smoke weed with the natives and all them things there?
Yeah.
Why don't they come and say, well, you know that what our people is doing to your people is inhumane, and you know what I mean? And slavery was terrible. Where are they? Them come to Jamaica, them enjoy themselves, and we smile up with them as if everything is okay. When that's the devil the Bible speak of. You understand? And
yes,
they no different from them people, them fourth parents. You understand? So like,
no, you're right, and that's it. Like where they at? Read on.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, he covered the faces. Meaning what? Now you look at that picture, that Last Supper picture. You see a bunch of white men and two white women. That's them covering the faces of the judge. Right. Ain't no woman was around Christ with the disciples and them rolling. It was 12 men. You understand? Yes, women showed up. There's a woman that was famous for taking oil, expensive oil, and putting it on Christ's foot and using her hair to wipe it. You understand? Like, come on. The Bible tells you the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So you can't trust nothing these people are saying. You can't believe it. Anything they're saying. Whatever they're saying, whatever they're doing, their agenda is for their people.
That's
only at a point in the back here. Their agenda is for their people. They don't care if the island full of AIDS or some infectious disease. Guess what? They'll go find another island to go on.
Slakia, if I may, sir.
Come on.
When the next pandemic forward, now we are going to hear say they are unable to provide us with the necessary vaccines that we need. You know what I mean? In order for, you know what I mean, aid us out of this pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So them start with the USAID, and then, you know what I mean, you're going to find out that Jamaica can't get any support at all from this oppressor, which in a sense is a good thing. You understand? When you check it, because now it allows us to see who he really is and that we should come together and rely on ourselves.
That's it.
See, the Prime Minister, you know, sir, he must say we need to be independent. But guess what? We should have been independent long time, like what you say, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to wait till the oppressor decides that he will stop lend us a helping hand. You understand? We should have been self-reliant long time. You understand?
Yes. But the problem is that oppressor is not going to allow you to be independent. And he's not coming out and telling you that.
Right.
Your prime minister, he got to just be straight up with you and let you know what really taking place. He got to open the books and say, you know what? This is where this is what this is.
God.
He got to lay it out for you.
God.
You understand? lay the truth out. But we done be in a society where we prefer people to lie to us. We love being lied to. You know what I mean? The church done train us to love being lied to.
Right.
Done train us to love it. Right? Let's read a little bit more of this article here. And then we'll go to Psalms. The Psalms where it says his mouth was smoother than butter. His words.
It says, yesterday, the workers, most contract were told of the UWI's decision during a virtual meeting.
No, hold on. Could you read what's in the black? You know, they like to leave the important things in fine print. You know, Negroes ain't reading fine print. Ain't no Negro gonna pull out, you know what I mean, pull out what they call them, a magnifying glass and read that fine print. That fine print, they love that fine print.
God.
Like, nah, that did not say that. Yeah, you didn't read the fine print. No, Negro, if it's important, why is it in fine print? If it's something I need to know, why is it in fine print? Come on, read it.
Gun. For 2025, USAID requested from Congress US $5 million to fund health development assistance in Jamaica. A further US $4 million was requested for the economic support fund and US $750,000 for military education.
You understand?
Gun.
But he's saying it's what, $1.5 million towards pushing what? LGBTQ.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I say something, right? When we say something, they like to tell us to do what? What do they like to tell us?
To forget about slavery and, you know what I mean? Stop preaching hate. You understand?
But when we start opening the Bible and we start to tell them, yo, God only love black people, what do they like to tell us?
That we are racist. You understand?
Or we not talking the truth.
But
everything that come out of them oppressors' mouth, they must be telling the truth. Ain't nobody charging Fox and saying, yo, well, I hear what you say, but show me the paperwork on it. Let me see where you read that. So I must believe everything that come out your mouth. You was just making an oppressor look like a victim. You were just doing that on your network, making an oppressor look like a victim. I know you're gonna tell me about Jamaica getting funded $1.5 million. They need all the money you could send. Send it.
Right.
Who the hell cares? Send it. You don't rob the island already. You don't rob all them islands already.
Right.
If you want to send it, then leave them alone. Leave us alone. Brother, I'm telling you, if they leave us alone, we gonna have no choice but to come together as an island.
That's right. I don't want that.
And we've been trying to do it. Remember that there's I think there's CARICOM, right?
Yeah.
What's CARICOM? The Caribbean. Look up what CARICOM means.
I think it means Caribbean Community, sir. Slovakia.
Yeah, but that's with all the islands, right? Where now they came up where we don't need a passport to go to these to these islands. Like if you're from one of the islands, you could basically go to any island. You could go work. I think it was making policies where we could, you know what I mean, a Jamaican could come in Trinidad and work. A Trinidad could go to Jamaica and work, or you know what I mean, or Grenadian or Bajan could have come to either island and work. I mean, you trying to come together, but guess what? Your oppressor, he does not want that. He doesn't want you coming together. He does not. You know what I mean? Remember the West Indies? I know some of us listening tonight might not know what we're talking about. But brother, you all need to go do some research on the West Indies cricket team. right? The West Indies cricket team is made up of all the islands. So we come together to play cricket, right? Cricket is somewhat something like baseball to Americans here, right? To other brother, I think Kirk said, right? Yeah, right. But the cricket, remember in the earlys with Desmond Haynes. Now I tell you my age, but Desmond Haynes, Viv Richards and them, where the island you could have see that the togetherness when they was playing cricket. You could have see it. You understand? And then the oppressor came and started changing rules and making certain things and putting certain things in place where he changed the whole game up, changed the whole spirit up. And guess what? Where the West Indies now? You understand? And now he using football, which America calls soccer today, to further try to what? Divide us. You understand? Right. When everything we do, we should try to do it what? Together.
Right.
You understand? But the oppressor, he will try to make you feel you Jamaican and you Trinidadian, you Bajan, you this, and you different. When you're not different, we're the same. But we playing, he's playing a game with us. A game. So now you all play football, and before you know it, you're beefing. Me and you arguing over some damn ball, some football, some ball. We get in a fight over some ball.
Right.
Stupid. We get in a fight over what? Your flag green, my flag red. You're stupid.
Right.
It's stupid. And he's just sitting back and laughing. Sitting back and oppressing you and laughing with it. Yep, that's it, Cook. Caribbean community and common market. Right? And that was us trying to come together to try and fight off this IMF. But the oppressor, he ain't gonna let that happen. He's not going to let it happen. You have to borrow from him. How the scripture say? He will lend to you.
You shall not lend to him.
No.
He shall be the head and us the tail.
Yes. And that's it. So now he could just come and shut your stuff off. Let's read a little bit at this again, and then we'll get into to Psalms.
That one cancer. It said yesterday the workers mostly contract were told of the UWI's decision during a virtual meeting with senior personnel from the university, which in January 2021 signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to govern the operation of the HCJ.
All right. Read this last paragraph.
So we said the last paragraph down
No. Read the paragraph just below it. I say read the last from where you finish now.
Yeah, it said HCJ, which has a mandate to expand access and utilization of high quality HIV specific primary health service in the private health sector, was being funded by the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief. PEPFAR, through USAID.
You understand? No, this is what I know black people don't do. Black people don't do a lot of reading.
Right.
You understand? And I talk more like as a nation. No, are there some black people that are vivid readers that will, you know what I mean, that will say, okay, well, I know he said this. Let me go look and see where I could find what he's saying. You understand? So they know now, guess what? I can tell you something. I can tell you a lie.
Right.
If it repeated more and more, you're going to believe it. And that in itself is propaganda. You understand? Not now. Let's see. Hold on. Look up. I'll be right here. I'm gonna read it for you. Right? They're saying about a lie becoming the truth is a lie told often enough becomes the truth, which is often attributed to Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels. You understand? Like these oppressors study these things long enough to know you lie to the public enough, or they're gonna run with that.
Right.
And how I know this, and how we know this, because today we Jamaicans, today we Trinidadians, today we Bajans. When a few hundred years ago we were Israelites, we knew we were Israelites. But it was told to us, to generation, to what, maybe the last 3 or 4 generation, that you're Negro, you're colored. And then they start changing it to what? You Afro Jamaican, you Afro Trinidad, you Afro this, you Afro that. So now you're straight up just a Jamaican. You're straight up just a Trinidadian. So you tell me my nationality is named after the land I was born in? That is stupid. Because let's say we're born in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, what my nationality would be what? Fish or the Caribbean Sea?
Yes, sir. If I may, sir. Us calling ourselves Jamaicans, basically, you know what I mean, makes us no different from the Chinese, makes us no different from the East Indians, who are a totally different people.
Yeah.
Totally different race of people, and act like they are. Them separate themselves, they look out for each other. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, we think we are Jamaican, out of many one people. Like when them tell, you understand? When in fact we are a people, you know what I mean, who belong to the Most High and should separate from them. Slack.
That's right. You know what I mean? Or else, you know, brother, we gonna be, you know what I mean? We'll be picking cotton before you know it.
So
you'll be picking cotton for the government before you know it. You know what I mean? Or else you're going to starve.
Right.
Because you're being oppressed. You're being oppressed. You know what I mean? Because we're not seeing the oppression, we think we're not being oppressed. Because we're no longer picking cotton, because we're no longer picking sugar cane, we think things change. You understand? When it's the same, the only thing changed is the work you're doing. But brother, bet your bottom dollar you're in slavery. Bet your bottom dollar you're in slavery. Come on.
The plantation just got, you know what I mean, more sophisticated, like, you know what I mean, a captain in the ISUPK said. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The plantation just get sophisticated. So you think you're in a slavery again. You know what I mean? Plantation look complex. You get, you know what I mean, come out of your yard, go on a bus and go to slavery. You understand? Because you are not being physically forced, because we are being forced, you know, but not physically with a whip to go and work. You're being forced because of your needs and your wants and the suffering to go on these jobs which are slavery. You understand? To work the minimum wage. You know what I mean? That can't pay your bills properly and to put food on your table. You understand? But because you are the one that wake up a morning and come out of the house and go, you think you're free. You have no choice. You understand? And that is the thing. Slack, yes, sir.
That's right. You know what I mean? Now think this. If you was free, why a dollar? Why a dollar with nothing?
Right.
If you was free, why do you need a visa to leave your country?
Right.
If you was free, why you need a bird paper?
Yeah, got on that.
Why you need these paperwork on you if you're free?
Slack, yeah. You need a bird paper for proof so you did born.
You understand?
Slack.
Why you need these things? You think that man, you know what I mean, Christ and then walk around with a bird paper and a social security number?
Right.
You understand? It might have been something different in them timing, but at the same time too, at least they knew who they were back then. And they were allowed to somehow, you know what I mean, carry on with their culture. But now, brother, your oppressor don't get all the way smart with it. that you're not even allowed to take on your culture.
Right.
You're not even allowed. Like, just imagine you do reggae on the island, right? And that's like the other story that we're going to get in. You do reggae music, dancehall, all these type of genre on the island, right? And you tell me the Caribbean can have their own Grammys. Why we had to go to the oppressor to get we Grammys? Why he had to tell we about our music? Why he had to pick? Why he had to pick our winners?
Yeah, the best of us.
Yeah, why he had to pick them?
Right.
Why? You understand? Why it had to be in Los Angeles? Why can't be in, you know what I mean, bring all that money, all that funding to Jamaica? Or to one of them Jamaican island? Why? Everything is about money when it comes to the oppressor. And everything comes to oppressing you when it comes to the oppressor. Me and you, that's what they live for. They wake up and go to sleep, devising, coming up with plans to further oppress us.
Right.
And we thinking that is your government or is the man next to you. You understand? That doing it. No, it's not the man next to you. You understand? It's not your brother oppressing you.
Right.
You understand? It's the oppressor oppressing you. And you don't even know it. You don't. I mean,
so,
give me go ahead.
So like, yeah, which is a good, you know what I mean, segue, you know what I mean, the Grammys is another form of oppression, just to show that you understand? Yeah. We get bent out of shape when we see this white man, Bob Marley, win the Grammy, him and him kids, win the Grammy every year. You know what I mean? It's just another form of oppression, which shows us that we need to separate. You know what I mean? Like what Cap said, why the Caribbean do have their own Grammys? You understand? Why we need the oppressor to pick our winner. You understand? Slack.
Why we had to go to his country? Right. You had to go buy you had to go buy a ticket to go all the way there and spend all the money. And I should show you how we thinking. We thinking that, you know what I mean, when we come here, it's like we make it. It's like we make it. One nigga, you just change your plantation.
Right.
You just change the location of your plantation. That's all. That's all it changed. You ain't make nothing. You will make it when your people in charge. That's when you make it. When you make any policies, when they have to come to you for aid, and you can decide, you know what? We gonna pull this aid today from you all. You know what I mean? We've been wasting this money here and you all for too long. Up to now, they didn't talk about how much money they done sent to the war. You understand? They done given money away to Ukraine and to Israel, but they ain't talking about all of that. But they're going to talk about the 1.4 million, which is a 0.00, a fraction of the money they're sending to these places. A fraction. They pay Israel what, 3 million or more a year before the war. They was getting money, and that country is richer than Jamaica.
Right.
I could tell it. You want me to tell you why they get any money? You want me to tell you why they get any money? And why they're going to take the money from you? I ain't had to tell you that. You just have to look in the mirror.
Look in
the mirror. Look in the mirror, and you'll see why they're taking that from you. Why they're dealing with you like that. You think you think it's the Jamaicans are dealing with like that alone? The Haitians are dealing with like that. They're dealing with the so-called Mexicans, the Venezuelans.
Right.
Oh, Trinidad, you think you'll get away from it too. All I had to tell you is, you know what? We ain't buying no more gas from you all. We're gonna start pulling gas from from our companies here in America. Now what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Your prime minister gonna be like, no, you're gonna be independent. He ain't allowing it to be independent. He trying for you to get on your knees. You understand? He trying for you to beg him. Go to your IMF, go get more money. I know he gonna tell you what schools to build, what to put in your schools, what books to buy, what books to indoctrinate your children with. Go ask them kids in school what they learn about slavery. How they end up, how the people end up across here. Who came across here? They're gonna tell you we were Africans. We were not Africans. You learn that from kids growing up, from little kids going to school, from people trying to tell you who you are. You have so many skilled people on the island when it comes to literature or poems. You understand? You're telling me we can't read a book that they created about their people? We had to read book that the oppressor tell us we had to read. You understand? We had to do that. Why? And you still gonna believe what you're seeing on them, on their TV, on their television? Give me the Psalms. Give me Psalms. Give me Psalm 64 and 1. Let's go there first, and then we're gonna jump into and do a little bit of this Bob Marley.
God one concern. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 1, and it says, "Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy."
You understand? This is King David praying to the Lord. You understand? Praying to the Lord. We know, and this is so good too, because it's almost like we frustrated. And when men frustrated, they need to take the frustration out on something. The problem is because you fear the oppressor, you won't take your anger out on the oppressor. He's the one that's oppressing you on the island. You take your anger out on your brother. You go get a gun, and you're gonna go try to rob your own brother. You go try and harm your own brother. And that's out of fear.
Right.
You understand? Out of fear, you will do it. Out of oppression, you will do it. Out of depression, you will do it. And he knows it. His psychologist will tell you, will break down your society for you, and why it is you're doing what. Read on.
God one concern. Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Hide me from what?
The secret counsel of the wicked.
Right? David talking.
Right.
And these secret counsels from the wicked is them government that's oppressing you. Like England, don't forget England. Can't forget England. England and America, they came up and decided, you know what? America took the Judites. England said we go take the Benjamites.
Gun on gun.
These oppressors already sat down and came up with ways to do what? To split us up. So guess what? How in the hell the Mexicans right next door to America and they speak in Spanish? You know what it's to do? Language separates you, you know that, right? It separates you. So now the communication gonna lack a little bit. You're gonna think you're different from the Mexican. You're not different from the Mexican. How I know you're no different from the Mexican? Because you're getting treated just like the Mexicans.
Gun on gun.
They're gonna deport a ton of Jamaicans. They're gonna deport a ton of Trinidadians. They're gonna deport a ton of brothers to the Caribbean. After you done work, your sweat and blood, and pay all this money to the government, pay all them taxes to them, they're gonna kick you out. Ain't no problem. We're gonna get back on the island and we're gonna join. We're gonna unite. Come on.
God, Salakia, sir, if I may, what Jamaicans should do now is understand You know what I mean? Jamaicans in the United States understand that you and the Mexicans are in the same boat, like with Capas. So you know what that should make you do? Unite with the Mexicans. Them. Consider the Mexicans them your brothers, because they are. You are suffering the same thing. So if you know what I mean, be brotherly to a Mexican or a Hispanic. Because guess what? No, the oppressor is showing you that guess what? You are all the same. You understand? So guess what? You have to be brotherly. No, now is the time for you accept a Mexican the same way you would accept another Jamaican. You understand? That is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, man, because Mexicans are just another tribe of Israel, which are our brothers. Like
yeah, because now, you know what I mean, you was on the bandwagon to kick them out. Lo and behold, lo and behold, it ain't just them alone. You're just on the bandwagon. Yeah, they gotta get out. Why? Because you know they're your competition. You understand? The oppressor, he don't deal with competition. He wipes out his competition.
Right.
He wipes out the Americans. He wiped out the Haitians. He wiped out his competition. You know, competition for the oppressor right now. The only person that could come and deal with this oppressor right now is the Most High sending Christ back. But the most we could do, brothers and sisters, is come together. Come on.
Yes, sir. Just to add to your point, there was a lot of Donald Trump supporters who were Jamaicans before the election.
Yeah.
And now Donald Trump is getting ready to not only send home undocumented Jamaicans, but many of the documented Jamaicans are going to end up in that pile. Same way, he is planning to kick out even legal. Donald Trump is trying to kick out the native Indians. That shows you how, you know what I mean, how much this oppressor is wanting to, you know what I mean, get rid of God's people.
Yeah.
See? Native Indians are native to the very land that, you know what I mean, they are American citizens. Them speak English. And Donald Trump is trying to get them out.
Yes.
See? Talking about they are not birthright citizens. This was meant for the slaves. Who are the slaves? We are the slaves.
That's
you
right.
Understand? So just rest assured that you as a Jamaican who think because you have your green card, you can't get deported. I will see you walk in the streets of Kingston soon. So guess what, go on? Make sure you see a Mexican brother or sister and show them brotherhood and sisterhood. You understand?
That's right.
Because we're the same boat. So
that's right. And don't cry and say they're taking all the jobs from you. They ain't taking all the jobs from you. That's a myth. You understand? Because when he was in slavery, guess what? It was no problem to get a job.
Right.
There was none.
Everybody had a job.
Everybody had a job, yeah. Everybody had a job. All of a sudden, slavery done. Nobody we fighting each other to
get a job, to be a slave. Fighting to be a slave, no, sir.
That's crazy. And talk more, yeah, I mean, I think one of Bob Marley's song talk about mental slavery.
Yeah.
You love Bob so much, you know you're under mental slavery too.
Right.
You understand? You have that mental chain on. All right. Read a little bit of the I think in verse 2.
Psalms.
Yeah.
It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
You understand? Like your oppressor is a worker of iniquity. He has an agenda.
Right.
He has an agenda, and his agenda is to make sure he is over you and he's oppressing you.
Right.
That's what he wants. Read on.
Verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword.
Wet, meaning what? Sharpen. You wet that stone and you do what? You sharpen that sword.
Right.
You understand? That's how you do. And what you use your tongue to do? What you use your tongue to do?
To speak.
Yes. To cut. So now you're using the media to do what? to try to pit us against each other.
Right.
When you've been pushing that whole LGBTQ on the island since the 80s, you've been doing it.
Gun.
Only now, all of a sudden, you're doing it. Now, all of a sudden, 1.5 million, again, 1.5 million alone.
Right.
You know, no sweat. No sweat. But then stop doing that. Send the medication. All the medication costs money too. Now you see where they're starting to go with it. They're trying to pull the plug. They're trying to pull money from wherever it is to go do what? Fund it somewhere else. So guess what? A 2,000 bomb, you understand, worth more than the AIDS medicine.
Right.
It's more important. It's more important than your COVID medicine. Read.
Gun cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Who whet their tongue like a sword,
Mm-hmm.
and bend their bows to shoot their arrows.
And what?
And bend their bows to shoot their arrows.
You understand? You don't need a sword or a gun in front of your face to know you're at war.
Right.
Listen to what they're saying. Listen to what they're doing. They are fighting us on the island. If not, then why don't leave us alone?
Right.
Why don't leave us alone and see what's going to happen? Trinidad don't have a sugar cane refinery no more. That them days done. We were told to go get our sugar from somewhere else. You understand? And now all the East Indian on the island fighting or gain more of the land, the sugar cane land. We gotta wake up and realize we cannot trust an oppressor. We cannot. I know it seems as if you can't trust your brother, but brother, you better trust your brother before you trust the oppressor.
Right.
Trust me when I'm telling you. Trust me and my brothers and them when we telling you, you cannot trust an oppressor. And we ain't just telling you that because we want to tell you that. It's in the Bible. The book your pastor reading from every Sunday, telling you in there, do not trust the oppressor. You understand? Any more on that? And then we gotta go to I don't know if we got time to do that Bob Marley thing, boy. We gonna try to touch on a little bit say it. But read a little more of this, and then we'll do give me what you call it again? Ecclesiasticus, I think 12 and 12.
Gun cancer. And bend their bows to shoot their arrows. Even bitter words.
Even what?
Bitter words.
Words. You understand?
Gun.
Words could destroy you. You understand? They've been doing it with words, with their policies. You understand?
Right.
Let me play a little bit of the Bob Marley. You know what I mean? And black people gotta start waking up because I just say it's somewhat, you know what I mean? All these stories kind of intertwining with each other. You understand? Because it's like the more and more we try to, yeah, I mean, like how to put it, like trust in them and think, you know what I mean, like go against with government is with government. It ain't the oppressor. I mean, it's always go back to us trying to fight each other. And then when we realize the situation, now it's like, we've been telling you that. Too late.
Right.
So I'm gonna play a little bit of it. And then we go read the Ecclesiasticus.
Alone, man. Reggae music, dash and done with. Me I tell you, people, except for me alone, reggae music done with, done with, park and put up. Reggae music needs to be done with. Me I tell you, reggae music needs to be done with. Reggae music look like it's stop a Bob Marley alone. How much in other reggae artists in Jamaica, you know, and over the years, right, you continuously Bob Marley get reggae for y'all. Bob Marley get Grammy for nothing, you know. Bob Marley and his son them I get Grammy for nothing, you know, brother. You know, most song all them and they sing when me didn't even know, Jamaican people didn't even know. You know, most song them the people sing when Jamaican people didn't even know. Me say yes, them make a video and put up, and a guy comment under my video and say Jamaica people not buy music and this and that. So you tell me say every year millions of people buy dead blood clot Bob Marley music. Millions of people buy dead Bob Marley music over some other artists, reggae artists who are going good at Jamaica. Me tell you, say that Grammy thing, that corruption, you know. The only people then Grammy people that support are Batman, lesbian, and dead people. And Bob Marley family man, Bob Marley son them have something to do with that Grammy business. That's why nobody else can win that Grammy but Bob Marley.
I think the brother onto something now. You can tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think he onto something.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, if they were able to leave us alone now, we'll wake up.
Right.
If we were able to just leave us alone, we will wake up and realize who the real enemy is. Right? Read this to me.
Got one cancer. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Set him not by thee.
Right?
Lest.
The Bible telling you, don't set him by thee. Right. Meaning, don't get close to this man. Don't trust this man.
Right.
You talk more the Grammys. You talk more the USAID. All them thing is you trying to do what? Sit close to him. Since Cartel come out of jail, he is trying to sit close to him.
Mm-hmm.
But he gonna learn a hard lesson. He gonna learn a hard lesson. Gaza ain't ready to learn that lesson. Gaza thought the hero was, was this, hard Cartel.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
You're gonna see very soon the real Cartel.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see the Cartel. You understand? For Cartel to beat Bob Marley, it's going to be a different Cartel.
It's lucky, sir.
Come on.
Yeah. Cartel has already been doing some we call questionable things, sir. You understand? Which it's obvious, sir. That is what he's trying to do, win the favor of this oppressor. You understand?
Yeah.
Things that we know, the cartel that we know is totally against them things. But
yeah,
you see him align himself a certain way. It's lucky.
Yes. That's why I said the brother might be onto something when he said it's he said it, I believe it. Let me wheel it back a little bit. He said it.
Batman, lesbian thing, that corruption, you know. The only people then Grammy people that support are Batman, lesbian, and dead people.
I think you onto something, I'm telling you, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you onto something. And the Lord saying, don't set them at your side, because guess what? You're gonna have to take on their lifestyle.
Right.
You understand? And by taking on their lifestyle, you don't, okay, you think he's going to meet you and play on the, you know what I mean, on a even playing field. Like, you think he's gonna play by the rules. He's not gonna play by the rules. You know, you play a game. Well, you'll play something called Ludi.
One concert.
Right? That's like what?
That's a game with the dice. So there's a board, and you throw the dice, and whatever number the dice plays, you move that amount forward until you reach one gun.
So now you're playing that. Just imagine you playing the game. You have rules to the game, right?
Right. One gun.
You understand? The oppressor, he knows there's rules to the game. Because he created the rules to the game.
One gun.
He not gonna play by the rules of the game.
La.
You gonna play by the rules, but he ain't. And that's what we don't understand. We thinking he gonna play by the rules until Bob Marley get for about 9 times. And Bob Marley died since in what, 1980s?
1981, sir.
So you telling me this man's spirit live on after 40 years and getting awards? 40 years? And then Black Boys Cartel have a catalog that is ridiculous. So he lived longer than Bob Marley, of course. So of course he had more tune than Bob Marley. He got more hit tune than Bob Marley. But who cares? He black.
Right.
You understand? And the only way he's going to have to get the award, I think the brother said it. The only way, a black man go out to get the award outside of Bob Marley. You understand? Because Bob Marley, they ain't gonna tell you, but he wasn't fully against the lifestyle. He was not. He may not have been one, but he ain't. What song of him sing against that lifestyle?
Let me say this, sir. Jamaica misunderstand what one of his songs. When he said, "Man to man is so unjust." They don't know who to trust. Jamaicans think Bob Marley is saying man having sex with man is unjust. Bob Marley is not saying that. He's saying the dealings between man and man is unjust. So that song is not counted. You understand? So
that has to do with
none.
Yeah.
None.
That song sounded like it had to deal with the politics that was going on the island, and the politics, the influence from outside the island. You understand? On the island.
More so, like he says, only your friends know your secret, and only them can reveal it. So it's more impersonally, and you know what I mean. That was the first Bad Mind tune, sir.
You understand?
Yeah, that was the first Bad Mind tune ever sung.
Yeah, because if he was against it, trust me, he would have a song or two in the catalog about it, and he wouldn't be talking in code. It would be plain.
Right.
When Buju Banton said "boom bye bye," he wasn't talking. He wasn't talking in code.
Sir.
He wasn't leaving it out there like who you talking about. When Sizzler sang about it, when Capleton sang about it, it wasn't in code. You understand? Now, all the young men that coming up, you realize they stay away from that. You understand? Now, so are you saying the 250,000, part of the 1.5 million, 1.5 million, is it going to the artists and them so they don't sing about that type of lifestyle? Because it's our culture to sing against that, to be against that. You understand? Which means they're pushing something else.
Right.
You understand? It's just like with the music here. They're pushing something else. You understand? But if you separate, now your wars gonna be a little more, you know what I mean, a little more cultured.
Right.
You understand?
Gun.
It'll be a little more cultured. You know you're gonna be like reggae. I will go to a reggae singer.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
So like, yeah, now we can say what we want to say in our songs.
Yeah.
Now we can press what we really believe and really stand for.
Yes.
Without have to worry about the oppressor, you know what I mean, penalizing or you know what I mean, not giving us some worthless award. So like,
yes. Now you understand there is no such thing as freedom of speech.
Right.
Ain't no such thing as freedom of speech. Because if you could say whatever you want to say, then guess what? Tons of songs will come out like that. Tons. And I think Cartel sing about it too. You see, he have a song where he say his son will not be a priest and his son ain't gonna be no Batman or something like that.
So lucky, there's this famous one where we must say, I will never, you know what I mean? And anyway that place, sir, you know what I mean? You know the fence them have a beat down and you know what I mean? Fire, you know what I mean? If dancer play near your yard, sir, and that thing there, and that tune they play, you wake up in the morning and your fence chop a ground, you bound to lick and kick it.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah,
but it's as I say, it's an agenda, and the agenda don't have your culture in it. This whole reggae culture is your oppressor trying to give you what he thinks reggae is all about. And to the oppressor, Bob Marley is reggae. Bob Marley is reggae. To him, them other black youth singing ain't nothing, because you had that's why you see more and more the artists going more to the dance hall. They're trying to make a whole, you know what I mean, dance hall genre. The whole reggae, they're staying away from it because of this. You understand? Because of this. What is called them, man, boy? They're gatekeepers. Yeah, that family is a gatekeeper when it comes to them record. Because the not Chronics Law. What's the other one? Chronics. He's sing reggae.
So look here, Chronics is so talented. Everybody thought he would be the next Bob Marley.
Yeah, but he gained oppressed. He gained fight down in the music arc.
Cancer.
Yeah, what he don't understand. And he is not willing. More than likely, he's not willing to go, you know what I mean, all the way.
Right.
You understand?
Yep.
I'm just saying it based on, you know what I mean, the fact that you're not hearing about him like that no more.
Yeah.
You understand? And then they was trying to push this girl Coffee. You understand? When you could clearly see she fighting, you know what I mean, that LGBTQ spirit. You can clearly see that. And the Jamaican culture ain't get there as yet. Right. And the American culture ain't all the way as yet with this whole woman reggae music stuff. You understand? Right. So she, you know what I mean, she just in limbo. You understand? So we need we own. We need to separate. That's what we need. Now read this. And this is why we need to separate. Go ahead.
Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Bob Marley. Bob Marley. So now you think he a black man. He is a white man.
Right.
You understand? Them kids, them little kids you're seeing right there, his kids right there, yeah, those are white kids.
Those are Edomites.
Yeah. The white kids. He stand next to Peter Tosh. I forget the brother name who taught him how to play them instruments, the guitar, taught him how to sing. There's a brother that taught him all them things.
Somebody commented it in the comments. I feel like, yes, sir. I forgot. Somebody said his name, sir. I forgot, sir.
Yeah, no. It's a black man taught him everything. That's why he's sung like that. He live amongst us like that. You can't let him be next year. He gonna learn everything.
And if I may, sir, usually when an artist have a mentor, they sing exactly how their mentor sing. So even the style that Bob Marley have probably comes from that brother.
I'm telling you. But that brother, I think he took a back seat.
Yeah,
you understand? He took a back seat. They really go do the research on him, and that's what they want teacher in schools. In schools, they won't really teach you who the real Bob Marley is.
Right.
They won't teach you that. They'll teach you the good side of Bob Marley, the side that the oppressor wants you to know.
Right.
That you should be just like Bob Marley, one love. You understand? One love. He made them oppressor feel comfortable. He made them feel comfortable smoking weed with us. That's it. That's why he claimed to fame like that. It ain't because he was a special singer. They tell young black brothers singing, if not good, better than him. But they wouldn't get that. They wouldn't get that type of acknowledgement because they don't want you black kids looking up to another black man. That's why they give you Cesar Borgia. They didn't give you a black Christ. When the Bible talks about a black Christ, they give you a white man because that's who they want you to look up at.
Right.
That's who they want you to make yourself after. Them kids right there. They want you to be just like them so one day you could grow up and win the Grammys. Nigga ain't never gonna get a Grammy.
Right.
Get a Grammy from your own people. Want that. You understand? Want that. We should have we own. The island should have their own Grammy and call it something else. Don't call it no Grammy. Call it something else. And you all don't go to none of that, and all them Judites come to it. And we do something for rap too. We do everything. You understand? And just leave them out. No country music. If we do it for country music, only black country music.
Right.
Let's fully separate it. Let them have their own unflavored music. Some woman got some award act. Brother, they call that music.
So
hear me out. They call that music. Man, come on, man. You could do way better than that.
Right.
The oppression is real. Read on.
Cancer. Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Call him sit at your right hand, meaning he is supposed to be your partner.
Right.
Who sits at your right hand? Man, this is my right hand man right here. Meaning what? That your partner. That is the man who you can depend on. You understand? That man, if anything happened to you, go in the hospital, he there to take care of your kids, your wife.
Right.
Your mother, your family. He there in case you fall. He said, don't even have him as your right hand. So those of you who say, I have white friends, I would check that.
Right.
I would really check what you're saying. Maybe he's your friend because he over here. Maybe that. Maybe he's understood that he's not your equal. Maybe he's understood he better than you, and you're trying to be like him.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he's your friend because you are seeking his approval.
Yeah.
Seeking his love.
Yeah, that's it. But let it be the other way around.
Right.
You should ask your friend. These are litmus tests for your friend. Ask your friend if Jesus Christ was black, would he serve him? Would you serve a black Christ? And if he says yes, then throw Serge Bourget on the ground and tell that white friend to step on Serge Bourget.
Right.
It's just a test I'm giving you all. You know how to do it. But if you have white friends, do it. Try it. Try it. You just play a big toe on Serge Bourget. Just tell him, step on it. Say, I'm gonna be there with you. I'm gonna just put my big toe on it too. Since you'll serve a black man. It's just a litmus test. Read on.
Gun. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
And be what?
And be pricked therewith.
You're gonna get hurt for having white friends.
Gun.
And I'm gonna be like, I told you so.
Right.
Go ask OJ. Oh, he passed away. Can go ask him.
Right.
Go ask, where's the other one? What's the golfer name?
Tiger Woods.
Go ask Tiger Woods. You understand? Go ask these men who are alive today, right now, if they had a second chance, if they were to choose, make that choice.
Right.
I don't think so. I think they might run in the other direction. Or who knows? Some of us love this oppressor so much, we think that, well, this one is a mistake. This one won't be a mistake. Okay. Right. Give me one way to say Ann Rusted. You coming to that part?
Silakia, let me pull it, sir.
Right. That is the one I want.
Gun.
So hit the nail on the head to drive that nail in the coffin.
Gun. Verse 13 was very heavy as well, sir.
Come on.
Gun. Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Yeah, who gonna pity him? You like to see them people playing with snake?
Gun.
Like, why would you play with a snake? It's gonna bite you. So the Bible is asking you, who's gonna pity a black man that gonna play with, gonna be like, well, you have white friends, and then when you get bite from him, when he harm you, you want me to feel sorry for you?
Right.
You've been warned.
Gun.
Read.
Gun. Are any such as come nigh wild beasts?
You mean just like these other nations? Like you think all right, well, you know the white friends are African or Chinese. You're in the same boat.
Gun.
Them same Chinese, right? Ask them if you could go open a store in China. Just ask them and see. Ask them if you could go across in Africa and open your own store and let's live life. I'm not talking about one or two, you simpletons. I'm talking as a nation. You think you could go there as a nation and just open stores and them African come and buy stuff from you? Or them Chinese come and buy stuff from you?
It's a luck, yes, sir.
Come on.
I think the Rasta them in a Sashaman, they tried that. They built schools, hotels, you know what I mean? They build a community. And the Ethiopians took it.
Yeah.
And got them out. And basically, no, you know what I mean? About only a few of them left.
Yeah. So, and the few of them that left, they're begging the government for help.
Gun.
Right? Read on.
Gun, sir. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. It was two verses up, sir. Salaki. It says, never trust thine enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thine enemy.
It's ain't talking about the brother on the block. It's talking about your oppressor.
Right.
Never trust him. Never. I know Bob Marley look like one of we, but he ain't. He's a white man. His father is a white man. Them kids is white.
Right.
You can't trust them. Read on.
Can one can. Or like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So is his what?
So is his wickedness.
You understand? You could have white friends. You've been warned.
Right.
You've been warned. Bob Marley gonna keep on winning it because we're not realizing that we have to separate from them. Who the hell gives a damn about a Grammy when you have black people on the island suffering? And you can sit up there and with these people and not worry about what's going on the island with your brothers. Why you don't go on the island? Why they don't bring it to the island where black people on the island can make some money from it, or the island can make some money from it? We need to separate. Understand? You know what I mean? I don't think I'll play more of this because the brother just, you know what I mean, he went, you know what I mean, he basically was, you know what I mean, crying out. And the reason why, you know what I mean, brothers like these cry out like that is because one time they trusted the system and thought the system is there to work for us when it's not there to work for us. The system never been there to work for us. Never, ever there to work for us.
Right.
You understand? Man, no, a system that could work for you. Come join UPK.
That's right.
Join ICPK, UPK, man. Go get Abadan 1, KR 1. Go join them.
Right.
And we're gonna create our own Grammys. Trust me.
Gun.
We're gonna do it. We're not to depend on no oppressor to do it. We don't have to depend on his AIDS drugs.
Right.
Why? Because we were doing what the Lord said to do. We won't need no AIDS drugs. We need his help. You understand? The birds, Christ said what? The birds. Give me that last one where Christ talk about the birds in heaven. We go end on that. And black people, we gonna have to realize that. The oppressor, he uses his money to get us to live his lifestyle, to try and trap us in his lifestyle. Then pull the plug, and guess what? You gotta choose, but you already made your choice. But you could change, though. You could change. Come serve the Lord. Come on.
Salakia, which scripture are you referring to, Salakia?
When Christ said the birds at the heaven, you know what I mean, they get the food from the Most High. Like basically, Christ was telling them, there's no need to worry. There's no need to worry. You know what I mean? Because some of us, you know what I mean, we worry a whole lot about where we're gonna get this from, what this gonna happen, what gonna happen here. Like cartel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? There's just think brothers who not giving up that lifestyle, not willing to lose all that paper for the integrity, for the morality. You get it?
That one cancel.
All right.
It's Matthew 6 and 26. That one can. It says, behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather in barns. Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them.
The Lord will look after. The Lord will make sure things put in place. Let them think they could go pull the plug on us.
Right.
And the Lord ain't come to see them. You see when them planes falling out the sky? Almost every day now you're hearing a plane falling out the sky. You understand? Like the Lord, he gonna fight for you. They think they're gonna pull the money and go put it in something else. No, the law gonna pull the plug on them too.
Right.
Yeah. In Manal, where I Manal. I hope that I pronounce his name correct. Bob Marley is a white man.
That's right.
He is a white man. You understand? The man carried the seed. The woman, she does not carry the seed. She carry an egg. The life is in that seed. You understand? He is a white man. His father was white. Right. What's his father name?
Narval Marley. Narval Marley.
Narval Marley.
One country.
You understand? And his mom was a young girl. You understand?
So lucky. The report say that she was 18. The BBC said that she was 18 when the 60-year-old man married her, right? However, people are saying, you know what I mean, other reports that she was way less, you know what I mean, in age. You understand? So this clearly was a pedophile. This clearly was a white pedophile. And again, it said he married her when she was 18, which means him that deal with her before she was 18.
Yeah.
You understand? So Bob Marley father was a pedophile. Let's put it on the record, right?
Yeah.
So let's make sure that is on the books, on the record.
And he white.
That one can.
You know what I mean? So you gotta tell me what make him not white.
Right.
Tell me what make him not white. Right? No, what was that? You finished reading that scripture?
Last, sir. There's just one line more. And
yeah,
it says,
got one line.
Got one cancer. Are ye not much better than they?
And are you what?
Not much better than they.
The birds. You better than the birds, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. The Lord will take care of you, man.
Right.
You know how to depend on the Grammys to feel good about yourself. You know how to depend on the Grammys. You understand? Royal blood is flowing through your veins. Black
That's
man,
right.
Hispanic, and First Nation people. Your oppressor, he will have you think you are trash.
Right.
And you're nobody, you're wet back. Yeah, banana boat. Yeah, banana republic. He'll have you think that. You understand? Yeah, anything else to bring out?
Yeah, sir. Just to remind the people them to like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? When you come across on TikTok, remember you can use up the chat too. You know what I mean? Ask us anything. You know what I mean? Tap up the screen as you jump in, just start tap up the screen, share. You know what I mean? This is the Breakdown Podcast where we break down the strongholds that hold back the children of Israel in Jamaica, Trinidad, the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. You understand? So
that's right. That's right, Doc. Anything else? Just remind them we're gonna be back here again.
That one, God.
We're gonna be back here again next week around the same time. You understand? To get more.
And also remember to go over to ISUPK, you know what I mean, Jamaica, subscribe. We keep classes Sundays 3 p.m., Wednesdays 7 p.m. And like what Cap said, every Friday this show continues. You understand? Go over to ISUPK, Durham, North Carolina. You understand? Subscribe. You understand? Go over to the Black Watch channel. And the real commanding general you're on a channel, subscribe, you understand? Just follow ISUPK everywhere. Just type ISUPK and follow all the pages. You understand? I know that many of you want to understand the teaching, you know what I mean, in depth, right? So guess what? Just follow all the pages and you'll get the full breakdown of what we are about. You understand?
That's right.
So we can end on that note, Cap?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it also with the tune.
Ghana one cancer. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yabashem Yashabah.
Shalom Shikata.
Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the nation. Daniel get a vision. Him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean and is UPK and the General Yana. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land, every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yeah, our shy Mashiach is a black man who have ear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, we no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Batman are just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation. Send evils and curses on the whole city and the beasts and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first days. Hey, 400 years to work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and they need doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to building off a turn after the long journey. No care much money you want earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to your building off a turn after the long journey. No care much money you want earn, hey, I just part of the mission. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission.